To commemorate Human Rights Day 2017, the Pretoria News and Center of Human Rights at the University of Pretoria set up a poster outside their law faculty building at TAS.
Human rights to me means equality world over, regardless of how you look, whether you're disabled, if you're male or female, or a child. So it's just a depiction of all of us being united around the world. Forget Africa, I couldn't fix it here. But yes, it's just about unity all over the world, but more importantly, at home in Africa.
Students were asked to write short messages on human rights. The response was overwhelming.
So I think a day like Human Rights Day reminds us, on the one hand, how far we've come, because Sharpeville, the Sharpeville event casts its shadow over the present, and we are reminded that we want to ensure that Sharpevilles do not happen again. Sometimes they do, like with Marikana, but the difference is, in the post-Sharpeville era, in the constitutional context of today, these events are investigated, they are framed by the Constitution, and accountability should actually be in place.
My name is Ayo, and for me, human rights means the recognition of the equality, the freedoms and liberties, as well as solidarity of all humanity. More specifically, this means to me that no human being should be discriminated against for any reason, and especially in this day and age for reasons of nationalism. This means that whatever circumstances of birth we find ourselves in terms of our country or our states of origin should not determine the future for us. It should not determine where we are going and what we can be.
I'd like to emphasize the fact that here in Africa it is very important to care about the environment. So I think the right to a safe and healthy environment is particularly relevant to Africa, because Africa is the cradle of the humankind, but also the natural resources, where it's very where we have a lot of natural resources on the continent. So it is particularly relevant to talk about this issue and care about this environment here in Africa.
The poster is on the class wall at Pretoria News, 216 Madiba Street, Pretoria.